Hey, you're pretty mature than I thought. Good going.
Thanks, but you're still bigger than your normal size.
You're right. Make me small again.
Man, that's wild, bro.
The thing, it's clobbering time. The thing that he's calling wild, bro, is the fact that I'm quite a bit more awake than normal because family went to go get some chicken katsu, and this place we have been frequenting, I'll say, has a very tasty, very painful spicy sauce. They brought me back a plate. Excuse me, a plate of a lot of food, honestly. And yeah, it's, you know, been having the, I think it's like just, they just call it spicy sauce, but oh, I'm hurting a little bit, but I'm hurting good. Oh god. Oh, I was grinding off stream and it's muted. Oh no. Okay, cool. Alright, so I have been not busy, but I've been doing things. It's apparently winter. Most importantly, I am very close to Victory Road, so let's get to it. Hey Miku, how you doing? Concerto. You're an ace trainer. Juliet. Galvantular. Oh, hello, ma'am. Damn. Damn. Thought I was gonna do a crit. Maybe I do need to hit focus. Okay. Maybe I do need to hit focus energy more often. Torterra. Oh. Only water move we got here. Oh. Big beautiful woman with a bonsai tree. love it. Shit. No. I'm incorrect. It's grass grounds, not ground grass. That doesn't make a difference, but still. Oh, I mess up. You know what? Yeah. Boom. Shadow Force. Boom, boom. Fucked up that they still hit. Fucked up that these moves still hit. No, you. Okay. Jesus. Ring. REDUX. That's how you say it. No, it's Golduck. That's what Golduck comes from. Oh, it is psychic type. They changed it to a psychic type in this game. I never actually noticed. Lol. Your side is much more in harmony. Your side. What's over here? And who's over here? No one's over there. Who is over here? Ah, Fungus Among Us. Jesus score for Shadow's second Pride and Joy. Ah! Little creature. Oh my! First of all, love the almost clean down the middle. The rest of the chat can't see. Mr. Shadowrun Gauntlets has a cat. Has a new cat. I'm assuming. Very pretty little thing. Has a nice clean like thing in the middle. Half the face is black, the other half is like black and orange. I know it's not a calico, it's something else, but like that's the first thing I thought. They're very cute, they're very pretty. I like them. What's their name? Nah, Gligar. Score's the big one. Oh, I just realized she's this one's. First is the chicken. The chicken? Oh, that's right. You have a chicken. Now it's a cat. Okay. Ah, get out of your sock. I always forget you have a chicken. I see. Okay. You almost got me. Okay, one last look. Woo! Rufflet. You know what? I could use a very fun flying type. Now this is what it's. Now this is what being a parent is like because they're both rowdy. I'm gonna name you after my favorite American in all of anime. Murasaki from Dragon Ball. Joey? No. That's a good one. That's a good one too. That's a great pick. No. Murasaki is not an American. So I don't know if anyone even really remembers original Dragon Ball, but Ninja Murasaki is a member of the Red Ribbon Army. He is a ninja, and his whole thing, for some reason, other than being a ninja, okay, is that when he's hiding, he holds up an American flag. I don't know why. It's quite funny, I feel. And it makes me think, is there America in Dragon Ball? That's crazy. That's weird. What's this maze? Next time I see... Okay. Next time I see a Pokemon that is... Hello, ma'am. I already got one of you, so I don't need another one. But thank you for showing up. Next time I see a Pokemon that I'm like, oh, naming you after my favorite American, I'll name... Oh, God. I'll name them Joey. Yeah. Whatever. Leave me alone, Audino. This area is huge. You can't tempt me, Buffalant, with your being a buxom, beautiful woman. Also, I like your glasses. Your glasses are very... okay. Very highly underrated part of your design in this, the MOEMON. I don't want what's over there. I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth dealing with all these people. It might just be a legendary Pokemon. Even if it is, I don't want it right now. Right now, at least. Wait, hold on. Hold on a sec. What's going on? What's going on in this neck of the woods? I have to go all the way around. That's funny. I didn't even hear that. It did not sound like it was coming in clear. Alright, let's just go up here. Here it is. Here's Victory Road. And what are you doing here? You came. Alright. Here's Victory Road. Pokemon battles don't do nothing but hurt people. That's why I hate battles. It's not simple. Battles decides winners and losers. They do more. You guys, everyone can see the wonderful things they contribute. Yeah, makes big changes happen. Zekrom taught me that. Anyway, here, take this with you. It's a map. Oh, it's the white orb. All right, I mean, cool. It's old sea map. Victory Road has a lot. The new Victory Road. Okay. Later, man. The old sea map. I wonder what I do with it, actually. Oh, that's right. They scan me for all my badges. The heck is this? Is this a fucking ruins of Alf? Are we gonna find unknown in there? Got an iron. What is this maze? What are they doing? What are they doing to me? Oh. What are they doing to me right now, though? Oh, Protector. Hold on. Finally I have a... Is that literally the only one I've ever gotten? Oh my god, it's the only one I've ever gotten. Man, what the fuck? Make you wait this long to get a Rhyperior? This... excuse me, long? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal? This, ladies and gentlemen, this is Democracy Manifest. What is this? Peter, what is this? That's so funny. Alright, hold on. I do want to use it though. Where is it? Only you can, and that's really funny because you're a physical attacker. That's it's lame, but whatever. Alright, but what's on the left? Through this tunnel. Cool. Oh, there's nothing. The whole right side is where all the goodies is at. No, yeah, okay. What's on the... What's this right... What is this Ruins of Alf thing? Oh. Well, I mean, that's cool. I saw the Pokeball sign. I thought it was like a place to get Pokemon. First of all, go through this long and difficult journey and to beat them, to be the champion. I think we can go with these guys that we got. I wonder what Pokemon are in here. Oh, it's fucked up. It's fucked up that we can't even avoid them. Okay. Aw, Lampent. Yeah, okay, whatever. Billy. Go lurk. Alright, so no Storm Throw for me, but I can Night Slash. Yeah. And a crit. Hell yeah. Xatu. Oh. Keep playing the hints. Hints? The hits. God, you're great. Looking. Love your... Oh, shit. Your... Fuck. Oh. This is what you're doing to me. This is what you're saying to me. Because you've got a King's Rock on. Oh, I know you, you piece of fuck. Okay. Man, that'd be fucked up if they did that to me. If I was getting fucking... Oh, it's green. I don't remember what green Rotom is. Rotom? Rotom? Rotom. Rotom. If only Honey were here, I could be like, what's green Rotom? Is it green? Yeah, green. Oh, shish. You're still a ghost. Damn. Never mind. I thought you were a ghost. You're not. Or even if you're a ghost, you're something else alongside ghosts. Maybe you're electric. No, ghost electric is... whatever. Ah, you fucking will-o-wisp. I don't know what you are. I don't even know what fucking Rotom type you are. I've come to see my favorite YouTuber. Hope you're doing well, Cheese. I am doing quite well. Ouch. Oh, your leaf. Your grass. God, I remember... Damn. I remember, my dad's side of the family when I was hanging out with, like, a cousin over there. Oh, lawnmower. Okay, that's what you are. Was trying to convince me as a child, no, it's the leaf type, not the grass type. It's like I just didn't buy any of that. Yeah. Maybe Amaterasu should be leading. Oh god. Oh no. Oh, my grass boys. Is there anyone else with a dark type move? Dark or ghost type move? Oh, we could try this. Here's hoping that they do something first turn. Oh, Dusk Noir, Dusk Noir. Yeah. Cool. Get out of here. Thanks, Billy, for the easy victory. Wrong. Looking at the wrong thing. Oh, I did not get rid of the strength for a good reason. Damn. Goth Arita, not Gothtel. Oh, you Mother Hubbard, get out of here, get away from me. What are you? Are you also dark type? Because I guess that makes sense. What are you, psychic dark? Probably. A psychic Python. Musharna, sleepy little beautiful woman. Alright, if you can take me out in this first turn, then you've earned my respect, Musharna, you big beautiful woman. Oh god. Oh, that's not good. What are... Hold on. Oh, you're fairy type. Okay, no wonder. Okay. I mean, that's egg on my face. Damn. Trying to think. I'm gonna bring back. Bring him back. Bring him back. Bring him up. Hey, bring him up. Hey. Fuck is night days? I assumed that was like a dark type move. Shadow tag. You Mother Hubbard. You piece of shoe. Oh. Accuracy. Oh. Lord have mercy. Okay, cool. Chimecho. Oh, this is gonna be another dual type psychic, something else, psychic fairy, I bet. I'm pronouncing it Chimecho. This is really funny. Just be safe. Cross poisson. Okay. Okay, it's just the psychic. Banswang. Steel psychic, steel psychic. Steel psychic, still psychic is what I'm saying. God, those things are big. Uh-huh. They're huge. It's like, why do they write little babby Maria Renard like that? Well, I didn't go the way I wanted to. It's like, cool. Great dialogue, girly. Okay. Yo, Duosion. Oh my god. I can get my boy Reuniclus. Oh, love Reuniclus. Reuniclus is like a top maybe 15 Pokemon ever. Solely because the design rules. Mitosis. Hold on. Looking at something. All right. Naming you a very specific thing. You're gonna be named after my favorite microorganism character in an anime. Macrophage. Ah, oh, that's so perfect. Hey, the Sclops. I don't need it though. The grass. Oh, it's dark grass specifically. Yeah, there's two. Firo and Scrafty. Oh no. Dog, two? Two intimidates? Altaria, my love. I wonder where this water goes. I won't be bested by anyone. Salamence. Oh god, we're at the 70s now. Not the Dragon Claw. Oh jeez. What do you mean? Oh, flying. Duh. Dragon Dance. Oh, nice. I think, oh boy. I think it will do normal damage, but let's see. Oh, shit, alright, cool. Doctor. Don't mind me, Doctor. Oh, beautiful Persian woman. I knew a beautiful Persian woman. She was a shit. She was a friend of my mom's. She died way too soon. What do you mean you're faster than me? Get away from me. Entrance. I think this water zone, fuck, I can't surf, is specifically for trying to battle as few people as possible. Yeah, I know. You're very pretty and I love you. Look at my Pokemon. Veteran. Cool. What are you? Fighting as well as normal? That's my guess. Fuck you. Fuck you. Oh, shit. Oh, that's not good. Oh, okay. Nice. Oh, bats. No! Oh god! Oh god, no! Oh god, no! No! Okay, I'm okay. I was terrified. So cute. Love your fun little dress. Oh, I see. That's what you are. Baby, can't you see? Fucked up. It's dangerous. Fucked up. Shit. Main metric. It's gonna have like crunch and other dark moves. It's not a luxury, but it's got the stuff. Ah, that's right, you're a race car individual. Racer. Forgot I don't have a ground move. Oh, that's not cool. I don't know if you heard that from outside my room. Dog, come on. Why are you doing this to me? Cool. Hello, Raitoshi. Kevin Durant. Always happy to see you here. Who's that Pokemon? It's Kevin Durant. Yo, holy shit, I know that guy from basketball. Damn, a double battle? That's fucked up. You're doing that to me, specifically. Oh. Oh, you got me. Well, you got me, buddy. May. Swazabluck. It's a misnomer. It's a fraud. It's a phony because you're not ice type. You just got ice on you. You're a big fat phony. Brutal. Cool. No way of getting out of there. Dawn fan, what are you doing here? Makes sense, but still, what are you doing here? I like your hat and jacket. I think I've told you that before, though. To the left? There's a whole entire room to the left? Eyeball door. Oh. Secret area. Wait a minute. This is that one spot earlier. Wait a minute. What the shit? Oh god, where am I? Hi there. You fucking bastard. Piece of fuck. Clay doll. Ground and psychic. Meanwhile, I'm ground and poison and dark. Damn. Ah, shit. So I didn't even realize that I was trying to hit Shedinja. I thought I was hitting Ninjask. Ghost. I'm risking it because it's Water Ghost. Oh, pink one's cute. Very much a pink thing. Oh, okay. Different from what I was expecting. Oh. I think I'm real close to just using repels because I don't want to fight these guys. Someone doesn't know what the word donation means. Monkey. You can see this specific monkey here. This might have a secret. Nope, just more. More of that. I was very much so when I was looking up the walkthrough for Pokemon last week. The one where the guy is in Victory Road. That video is titled "The Hardest Victory Road Ever," and I was thinking like, it can't be that bad. As it turns out, no. The problem with this Victory Road isn't even the trainers or the random encounters that you can find. Wait, I was here. I've been here before. The problem comes in the fact that it's winding. I think I should actually go back. God, keep crying. Keep trying going north. Even if it means dealing with these fucklers. Okay. Hey, bro. Oh, shit. He's got 6. Oh. And low 70s. Ah, fuck. Damn, that was a critical hit. You son of a bitch. Yeah, I bet. Oh, he's got a hidden ability. First of all, hello, madam. Second of all, he's using a hidden ability that makes him not truant. Owie. Oh. Fuck. Ouch. No, I didn't fall asleep for like a brief moment. You did, clearly. Big buxom, beautiful mermaid woman. God, I love your big old cannon. Big old cannons all for them. I like that they're Tonfa cannons, kind of like Lieutenant Colonel Kilgore from Bayonetta. Are you fucking kidding me? More pushing. Push me, and then just touch me till I can get my satisfaction. 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 I am starting to lose my mind a little bit. For some reason, I've gotten hit with tired sleepies, but the kind where it's like, oh, I could go for a nap right now, not like, oh, I need to go to bed soon. Webster and Shanta Claus. What am I doing? Ah, damn. Buy it, use it, break it, fix it, trash it, change it, mail, upgrade it, charge it, point it, zoom it, press it, snap it, work it, quick erase it, write it, fill it, write it, cut it, paste it, save it. Okay. Paste it, save it, load it, check it, quick rewrite it, plug it, play it, burn it, rip it, drag and drop it, zip, unzip it, lock it, fill it. Okay. Lock it, fill it, call it, find it, view it, code it, gem, unlock it. Surf it, scroll it, pause it. Shit. Fuck. Oh, you fucker. You piece of shit. You double piece of shit. Surf it, scroll it, pause it, click it, cross it, crack it, switch, update it, name it, read it, tune it. Name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it. Scan it, send it, fax, rename it, touch it, bring it, pay it, watch it, turn it, leave it, stop, format it. Technologic. Technologic. I like the gun arm. I like the gun arm, and I like the one piece that she's wearing. Ah, you fucker. Ah, fuck. Well, that's not good. But I do have poison. Okay. The fuck is Magma Storm? Is there like a better fire spin? Probably. Kevin Durant. Ah, fuck you. Oh, brutal. Half the party and everything. There's grass. There's an exit. An exit. Yeah, I don't think it's the exit. Oh, dog, are you fucking me? Oh, another one. Cool. Alright. What's up, man? Don't mind me. I'm doing something. Doing something to keep the mind active.
ごめんね、準備に時間がかかっちゃって。あ、上映時間よ。早く中に入りましょう。あそこが空いてるわ。座りましょう。
Hello, and welcome back to Video Games. I'm Tim Rogers. You are watching the Action Button review of Tokimeki Memorial.
Why is it that I try and do something hoping nothing else is going on, and then something else is going on? Anyway, what's up, Lance? Anyway.
A video game whose title we can translate as Heartbeat Memorial or Heartthrob Memorial. developed by Konami Computer Entertainment and published for the Nippon Electric Company PC Engine on May 27, 1994, and published again as Tokimeki Memorial Forever With You on the Sony PlayStation on October 13, 1995, on the Sega Saturn on July 19, 1996, and for Microsoft Windows personal computers on December 4, 1997. Remade as Tokimeki Memorial Densetsu no Ki no Shitade, which we can translate as Heartbeat Memorial, Beneath the Tree of Legend, released for the Nintendo Super Famicom on February 9, 1996. Remade again as Tokimeki Memorial Culture-hen, Komorebi no Melody, meaning Heartbeat Memorial, Culture Version, Melody of Sunlight Filtering Through Trees, and Tokimeki Memorial Sports-hen, Koutei no Photograph, meaning Heartbeat Memorial, Sports Version, Campus Photograph. Both released for the Nintendo Game Boy Color on February 11, 1999, followed by a sequel titled Tokimeki Memorial 2, released for the Sony PlayStation on Thursday, November 25, 1999, another sequel, Tokimeki Memorial 3, released for the Sony PlayStation 2 on December 20, 2001, and another sequel, Tokimeki Memorial 4, released for the Sony PlayStation Portable on December 3, 2009. Succeeded by a side series titled Tokimeki Memorial, Girls' Side, whose first of many releases arrived on the Sony PlayStation 2 in 2002. Inspirer of many spin-offs, including a comic book, an original video animated series, a live-action drama series, a puzzle game which is actually pretty good, several mobile games which are probably not very good at all, several audio dramas that are sort of neat, multiple visual novels which aren't bad, and several pachinko and slot machines. Japanese law, unfortunately for us, prohibits anyone from photographing. For the konjo tarine yatsura among my onlookers who claim shuchuryoku inadequate for absorbing this entire critical spectacle, let us begin with the bottom line. Tokimeki Memorial objectifies love.
And only Tim Rogers is willing to say something so controversial yet so brave.
I don't mean that in a negative way or even a cynical way. I mean it as an enormous compliment. Tokimeki Memorial manages a marvelous magical trick through its objectification and objectification of romantic relationships. Tokimeki Memorial's profound 1994-ish narrative tricks genuinely brought me to actual tears as a 41-year-old man living in the year 2020. And these were no simple tears. These were weird, deeply interesting tears. I can barely begin to describe these inscrutable tears with just 3 adjectives. Look at the length of this video, buddy. That's how long it's going to take for me to describe my tears. Right around here is where I usually insert some quarter-hearted fancy prose jab at the attention spans of viewers who don't intend to stick around until the end of the video. Though this time, I want to say, in all sincerity, really, you should know about this game. You need to know about this game. You need to know about this game about as many minutes worth as the length of the video here is. A guy messaged me on Patreon to tell me he was canceling his pledge when he heard I was reviewing Tokimeki Memorial. In his message, he told me that he would consider backing me again if I ever decided to, and I quote, "stop reviewing games that literally nobody cares about." Buddy, let me give you a little impromptu writing workshop here. You made 3 mistakes with that sentence. First of all, don't ever say literally, unless it's for a really good joke. Second, by saying nobody, you are confessing that you have confused yourself for everyone. And third, if you would just watch this video, and I know you're watching, you will care about Tokimeki Memorial. This game is enormously important and interesting for cornucopious reasons. Tokimeki Memorial broke more ground in 1994 than game designers even today in 2020 know what to build on top of. On the surface, Tokimeki Memorial is a game about taking cute anime high school girls on G-rated dates to the zoo, aquarium, amusement park, movie theater, mall, stadium, concert hall, local park, temple or library. From a historian's perspective, Tokimeki Memorial is an exploratory inversion of Gainax's 1991 child-rearing simulation, Princess Maker. From a game designer's point of view, Tokimeki Memorial's multiple-choice dialogues represent a sublime kindergartenification of the sprawling brain spiderwebs of interesting decision diplomacy abounding in Sid Meier's Civilization. For fans in its day, Tokimeki Memorial provided a benevolent, non-violent, and shockingly more open-ended riff on popular graphical adventure games such as Hideo Kojima's Snatcher. However, taken afresh as all of a piece of itself, today in 2020, Tokimeki Memorial towers as a perfectly narratively cohesive graphical adventure game of masterful audiovisual presentation, expressing complete ownership over the capabilities and limitations of its hardware platforms. A deep look at Tokimeki Memorial reveals to us the absolute best example of a video game with multiple endings, the absolute game design apex of dialogue choices mattering in a video game. Tokimeki Memorial is bountifully big, deep, dense, luxurious, mysterious, hilarious, serious, weird, and relatable. Tokimeki Memorial contains enough characters, plots, side plots, hidden side plots, mini-games, references, meta-references, cutscenes, secret cutscenes, and secret cutscenes to kill Hideo Kojima. Now you might find yourself wanting to say, okay, so it's got a story. How is it as a game? Well, Tokimeki Memorial was published by Konami. Tokimeki Memorial's development staff literally included people who had worked on Castlevania and Contra games. Koji Igarashi, co-director of Castlevania Symphony of the Night, wrote a whole bunch of the dialogue in Tokimeki Memorial. In other words, dialogue in this game was written by a guy famous for an action game that usually sits pretty high up in those big, long, best games of all time lists that you see on the internet. Koji Igarashi also designed some levels for Castlevania Dracula X Rondo of Blood, a Castlevania game you might see very high up in the list of best games of all time on a particular YouTube channel that I happen to like a lot at some point in the near-ish future, if you know what I mean. In other words, Tokimeki Memorial's dialogue is basically action game level design. Tokimeki Memorial's core game loop is simple. Its narrative ebbs and flows in snowballs and avalanches. It performs deep, dark, philosophical tricks. Meanwhile, you make simple menu selections and watch funny little animations. Throughout every simple step of its long narrative experience, Tokimeki Memorial possesses the breezy, effortless, tactile user experience confidence of the best arcade action games. In short, Tokimeki Memorial possesses rare twin qualities: narrative design landmark status and supremely playable video game. Yet for the 26 years since its original release, this particular supremely playable video game has crouched hidden beneath a gnarly language barrier. Non-superficial enjoyment of Tokimeki Memorial remains to this day inaccessible to players who don't read and speak at least intermediate Japanese or possess life experience living immersed in Japanese culture. When I announced that I'd review Tokimeki Memorial, many viewers wrote in with concerned comments. Many of you out there like to play a game before I publish my review of it. I immensely enjoy this book clubbish atmosphere. I mean, that's why I announce the games a month or more in advance of the review. In this case, I understand your concerns. Many of you were less than enthusiastic about the prospect of watching a review of a game you've not only never played, it's a game you can't play. A game you might never be able to play. I did my best to assure you privately over email, and I'll assure you again here, publicly. Don't worry, I've played Tokimeki Memorial for you. All of the game footage of Tokimeki Memorial that you'll see in this review will feature exclusively Japanese text on screen. However, I've done my best to narrate the on-screen footage in a way that provides you all the context you could possibly need for appreciating the intricate nuances of this game. I mean, I guess technically the only way to give you all of the context would be if I translated the game into English for you to actually play. I like surprising my audience about as much as I like speaking to my audience, though I promise you, I did not translate Tokimeki Memorial for you. Please do not expect me to reveal that at the end of this video. I ain't kidding, I got a lot of people asking me if that was going to be the surprise for this episode. It is not. I mean, it's really not. I know you're looking at the length of this video and thinking, surely translating Tokimeki Memorial would have been easier than making this video. Though, buddy, if you'll watch this video, you will see that there's a lot more to this game than you might think. I swear I didn't want to pick a game that is entirely in Japanese that's never been translated into English. However, circumstances tied my hands. In case it's not clear, and I understand it might not be that clear because I habitually write in such nebulous, ostentatiously fancy prose, I envision Action Button Reviews as a series which charts logical pathways between huge, new video games. I started this series with a review of the Final Fantasy VII Remake, a game which arrived to thunderous expectation and looks backward about as often as it looks forward. When playing the Final Fantasy VII Remake, I decided that the next game of such philosophical magnitude would be CD Projekt Red's Cyberpunk 2077. I wanted to plot the best curricular course between the Final Fantasy VII Remake and Cyberpunk 2077. So I followed up my review of the Final Fantasy VII Remake with a review of The Last of Us, in which we sought to define what makes a modern game, quote, great by default, unquote. This involved an exploration into the nature of the modern AAA video game. We followed The Last of Us with a review of 1993's Doom, which I described as the Rosetta Stone of modern video games. In these two reviews, we chanced multiple times across the oft-exhaled mainstream expression, video games have come a long way since Pac-Man, so we performed the game critics' equivalent of doing our taxes. We reviewed Pac-Man. We called it a work of modern cyber art and declared that most video games after it would not exist without it. Our path branched in the Doom review when my brain snagged on an old, weird line from the United Kingdom's Edge magazine's April 1994 7 out of 10 review of Doom. Edge's critic had mused that Doom might have qualified for masterpiece status had the player been able to, quote, talk to these creatures, unquote. The Edge critic of 1994 was being wildly unreasonable in their expectations of Doom's narrative depth potential. To say I enjoyed poking fun at that 26-year-old magazine review would be a monstrous understatement. However, as I did so, an earnest urge brewed in the huge pit of my critical guts. Back when Doom originally released in 1993, young teenagers such as myself did in fact fantasize often about games in which our conversational decisions held narrative weight. This 800-pound zeitgeist wafted into any eager player's digestion of even the simplest Japanese role-playing games at the time. Video game magazines' reviews taught mere children, such as myself, to conversationally wield words such as linear and non-linear at right about the same time we started to really truly learn what CD-ROM stood for. We treated the idea of voiced dialogue in a video game like a long-expected Christmas gift, all the while also wishing that game stories would branch and blossom with respect to our decisions as players. Several years before we'd see Deus Ex, for example, with regard to our video game critical vocabulary, we were simultaneously learning to walk and learning to fly a jet. When Edge's critic boneheadedly and ham-fistedly yearned to talk to these creatures, they were ignoring both that games in which you could talk to these creatures already existed and that Doom's shooting was really fun. The phrase, talk to these creatures, resounded within my skull even after I finished writing the Doom review script. I reckoned with the impending cyberpunk.
What's crazy? Because I'll be totally okay.
Punk 2077's much ballyhooed narrative possibility tree. I considered the Cyberpunk 2077 developers' handling of similar narrative tendrility in their masterpiece, The Witcher 3.
Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, dog. Look at Jinx. Look at how impeccable, how beautiful she is. Oh, I am kind of in love romantically with her. I think this is up there for like favorite Moemon Gajinka, at least of like the newer varieties.
Video games where you talk to characters and guide the narrative through conversational tones or seemingly inconsequential decisions stand monumental like watchtowers dotting any backward glance at video game history. So I knew I had to dig at the roots of talking to these creatures. I fielded several potential crowd-pleasing candidates. I looked at Persona 4, for example, a game where your limited lifestyle choices impact the narrative in wide-stretching ripples. Viewers have begged me to review Persona 4. Honestly, when I review a Persona game, it's going to be Persona 2, so be ready for that. I will talk about Persona 4 a little bit in the Persona 2 review. Just give me some time. Viewers have also begged me to review Chrono Trigger, a Japanese role-playing game from 1995 featuring multiple endings which hinge on a handful of story choices. In giving these crowd-pleasing candidates the time of day, I was deluding myself. I had the answer right there, like a knife-sized splinter in my brain the whole time. It had to be Tokimeki Memorial, a video game about finding romance as a male student in a Japanese high school in 1995. For my Doom review, I'd gone geographically back to the high school I corporeally attended in literally 1995. I spent a substantial portion of my research process for the Doom review amalgamating too numerous anecdotes from several dirtbags occupying space in my own dark high school experience memories for a meditation on the rise of violence and hypermasculinity in video games and video game culture. Furthermore, back in high school in 1994 through 1996, I spent every spare moment inside, talking to no one, eating dinner in the dark kitchen, and waking up at 3 a.m. every day. 2020 finds me by way of worldwide virus, regressing into that sinister mind place. Tokimeki Memorial is therefore the only game that fits. In the process of researching for this review, I played completely through the original Tokimeki Memorial in all its released versions at least once. Tokimeki Memorials 2, 3, and 4 were released exclusively for Sony PlayStation consoles, so for my primary playthroughs for the purpose of video capture, I focused on the PlayStation version of the original Tokimeki Memorial, titled Tokimeki Memorial Forever With You. Released 1 year after the PC Engine version, and 1 year before the Sega Saturn version. I then, off the record, played 2 of Tokimeki Memorial's sequels, Tokimeki Memorial 2 and Tokimeki Memorial 3, and 1 of its spin-offs, Tokimeki Memorial Girls Side 1. I then played through the first 12 of a list of 26 PC-98 adventure games, none of which I enjoyed at all. So I didn't bother playing the other 14, and I won't bother talking about them much in this video. During my many footage logging hours, I listened exclusively to 1980s and early 1990s Japanese popular music formative to Tokimeki Memorial's aesthetic. I watched several contemporaneous Japanese television drama serials, and I read every scrap of mainstream media coverage, both Japanese and Western, of Tokimeki Memorial that I could find. I'll explore the complicated fruits of my extensive research in the 6 stories that follow, though for the moment, I'd like to direct your attention to a New York Times article published on November 25th, 1996. I encountered this article in the middle of my research process. I had it open in a browser tab for 3 weeks as I gathered materials and outlined this review. Just when I finished composing the review in my head in roughly the shape you're about to witness, I closed the browser tab and serendipitously saw this article peeking out at me from inside the Wayback Machine. The headline reads, "Japan's newest young heartthrobs are sexy, talented, and virtual." Let's look at the beginning of this piece. Shiori Fujisaki is a 17-year-old high school junior with long reddish hair and dreamy eyes who is about to release her first record. Shingo Hagiwara is a 21-year-old college sophomore who idolizes her. He goes to nearly every event at which she appears and has bought calendars, posters, watches, and mugs with her picture on them.
Shiori does everything perfectly.
He sighed. Perfect she might be, though Shiori Fujisaki is not real. She is a character in a video game called Tokimeki Memorial, the goal of which is to get Shiori, or one of her friends, to date you and fall in love. Shingo Hagiwara, on the other hand, is quite real. He is one of a growing legion of young Japanese men who have given their hearts to a virtual girl. So-called love simulation games, normally sold on CD-ROMs, have become one of the hottest categories in Japan's home video game industry. As I read this article, I felt chills of several flavors. Some of those chills were profound. Some of those chills were frivolous. Some of those chills embarrassed me, even as I sat there alone at my computer in the dark. One of those chills, however, was of triumph. Here, just 2 months after the publication of William Gibson's post-cyberpunk classic novel, Idoru, New York Times writer Andrew Pollack described a real, existing video game with all the delicious, world-worthy urgency of a speculative fiction author. For this exact moment in 1996, the novelty of a video game not about shooting and killing surprised and enlightened a faraway culture critic enough to pitch it to Joe Sixpack and Jennifer Two-Liter as a noteworthy cultural force. Look, the writer shouted, a video game where you talk to people instead of shooting them. Later in the article, the writer delves into techno-psychology, quoting a professor who fears the days young men were losing their will to socialize with fleshy and bloody girls. This professor sees the growing subculture of hardcore role-playing game players slipping irretrievably into the cyber zone, in which they forever face the peculiar doom of preferring fantasy to reality. The professor calls this 2D syndrome. I saw this here in 2020, and I thought, there's my thesis statement jackpot right there. Tokimeki Memorial is cyberpunk. Tokimeki Memorial is more cyberpunk than Cyberpunk 2077 can possibly ever be. It's more cyberpunk than Snatcher. It's more cyberpunk than Shadowrun. It's more cyberpunk because it's a genuine, existing cyberpunk artifact. Now, normally I'd save a revelation of this particular magnitude for some kind of microphone-dropping moment that I'd shamelessly tack on to the end of this ridiculously massive video. However, we're using a really expensive microphone here, literally and figuratively. So, rather than drop this bullet point like a final punchline, I'll gingerly position it here in my introduction as a thesis statement. And then I'll do something that you, quite frankly, should not expect me to do too often in the future. I'm going to speak to you in a fairly straightforward fashion about Tokimeki Memorial. I figure I've already made the huge, bold statement that Tokimeki Memorial is exceedingly more interesting than both Chrono Trigger and Persona 4 combined. So, rather than just keep being nebulous and driving you further into bonkers, I'm going to describe the game in an earnest, no-tricks-attached effort to make you agree with me about the importance of this massively interesting video game. In story number 1, we'll explore the history of Tokimeki Memorial's development, its place in the adventure game canon, its differing receptions in the presses of Japan and the West, and my personal fascination with it from afar as a teenager living in Indianapolis, Indiana in 1994. In story number 2, we'll look analytically at Tokimeki Memorial's presentation and structure. You'll hear me talk a lot about how much I love its scrolling checkerboard backgrounds. We'll also pick apart the game's mechanical vocabulary and walk through its core game loop. In story number 3, I'll walk you through the experience of my first complete start-to-finish playthrough of Tokimeki Memorial, during which I consulted no guides. For this first playthrough, I took it upon myself to try my best to win the respect of Shiori Fujisaki, the game's canonical true ending, using only common sense and general mechanical familiarity with both graphical adventure video games and human conversationalism. In this playthrough, I failed miserably, and I don't use the adverb miserably lightly. A description of that profound misery may perhaps enlighten any video game narrative designers in the crowd. In story number 4, I'll walk you through the experience of my 14th complete playthrough of Tokimeki Memorial, during which I consulted extensive notes I'd taken during my previous 13 playthroughs. In this playthrough, I succeeded miserably, and once again, I do not use the adverb miserably lightly. A description of that profound misery may perhaps enlighten any speculative fiction authors in the crowd. In story number 5, we'll get to the point, in which we explore the most thorough game design-centric definition currently possible of the verb objectify. I call this story The Itch the Freak Scratched, and in it we're going to begin what might unfortunately lead us to a never-ending investigation into the truth of video game masculinity. Following this, in story number 6, as always, I present the bottom line. Now, I just want to say something real quick. You may notice this video is very long. It is. I freely admit it's very long. It's very long. However, parts 3 and 4, in which I walk you through the complete game twice in the time-honored Let's Play format, I do not consider 100% essential to every viewer's experience. If perhaps you find yourself desiring simply a top-down perspective on exactly why you should care about this game, feel free to watch only stories 1, 2, 5, and 6. Watch stories 3 and 4 later if you wish. Those desiring a more completionist experience, feel free to watch the entire video from start to finish. That's what I'd recommend. That's what I would do if I were you and not me. I think the Let's Play part is a pretty good part. Now let's leave 2020 behind us for a little bit and turn the clock all the way back to 1994.
It's when I was born.
In 1994, Tokimeki Memorial kicked off the dating simulation genre of Japanese video game, a genre which has wriggled its way into and out of so many subgenres and sub-subgenres as of today that we'd forgive even an encyclopedia for losing count. The dating simulation genre has evolved inside, outside, and around itself in so many tentacular spirals, even its many parodies, and controversy-baiting, exaggeratedly pornographic underground indie filth piles possess as honest a claim to the genre's title as its ancient foreparents do. If you really think about it, dating simulations are kind of like heavy metal, by which I mean without the work of sincere artists trying to do something fresh and new decades ago, a significant percentage of living people today probably would have never while looking at cartoons. Thanks to dating simulators, we have visual novels, which are like adventure games you can play while eating dinner. Without the eldest dating simulators, we wouldn't have that stupid game where you date birds, or half the mini-games in the Yakuza series. Without Tokimeki Memorial's sublime expectation that the player read minor graphical fluctuations in conversation partners' facial expressions, would we have Team Bondi and Rockstar Games' LA Noire? I mean, we probably would, though would it be as good? Actually, how good is LA Noire? Let's find out in Action Button Season 2, Episode 2. Action Button Reviews LA Noire. Spoiler. It's one of the best video games ever made.
So, fun fact, this video, the LA Noire video, is something like almost 11 hours long, because it is a very meticulous narration of all the events of the game in a neo-noir presentation with gameplay footage, and it is painstaking. It is entertaining, but it is also about 11 hours long. It's a lot. It's crazy.
Tokimeki Memorial and LA Noire are more related than you might think. LA Noire is about the sorts of detectives from the 1940s often romanticized in hard-boiled pulp fiction. Dating simulations, likewise, emerged themselves as a subgenre of the Japanese graphical adventure game, a genre whose founding members favored stories about, for example, detectives. One early influential example of the Japanese graphical adventure game is Chunsoft and Enix's The Portopia Serial Murder Case, a game written and designed in 1983 by none other than Yuji Horii, who would go on to write and design Dragon Quest in 1986. In 1988, a young man who loved Portopia, detective fiction in general, and the films The Terminator and Blade Runner, and the novel Neuromancer, and the word cyberpunk, wrote and directed a game for the NEC PC-88 called Snatcher. This game expanded and exploded the then smaller community of game likers and game makers' understanding of what a designer could do with cinematic graphics and dialogue choices to present a rich, interactive narrative. For the purpose of this review, I played all the way through Snatcher twice. And I gotta say, wow. That is a big, loud, jello jiggly, pillow soft, extra large, pizza-sized hamburger steak
of a video game.
All the way back in 1988. Way before voice acting, 5 or so years before Western developers started trying and failing to make literal playable movies like Night Trap, Konami's Hideo Kojima made Snatcher, which is hilariously still probably the best quote-unquote playable movie ever made. Even the MSX2 version is better than anything David Cage ever worked on. Snatcher was what sufficed in 1988 for a Rockstar Games-sized video game moment among the hardest core of Japanese game enthusiasts. A game almost too large for any existing hardware to understand. Snatcher pushed technical boundaries with a virtuosity that led to...
Oh, hello, Slender Man. My forest is still flooded because of the ice. Yeah, I'm gonna fix that in a second. I just gotta finish the game. Unfortunately, I'm also, like... Are you fucking kidding me? I'm slowly, like... I was fading away mentally because Victory Road is long. So I have a video on in the background. Don't worry about it, buddy, though. I'll fix it soon.
Many better video games. One of those better video games was Snatcher's own remake for CD-ROM platforms in 1992, 1994, and 1996. The CD-ROM Snatcher added, for example, more graphics and voiced dialogue. Here, in Snatcher, was a game that had only gained in sales appeal during the 8 years following its initial release. Did you know, by the way, that Konami remade Snatcher for the Sega CD because they saw Night Trap? They saw Night Trap and asked Hideo Kojima if he wanted to maybe try making one of these full-motion video games, and he said, and I'm probably paraphrasing here, no, we have Snatcher. It's better than a full-motion video game. Give us some budget and let us finish it and put voice acting into it. And that's what they did. So for this review, I played through both the PC-88 version of Snatcher and the PlayStation version, which is a slightly cosmetically upgraded port of the Sega CD version. And I gotta say, voice acting in Snatcher is definitively where modern Hideo Kojima begins. Then I played Police Knots on the PlayStation and noted the stylistic evolution, the way a scene fades to black while voiceover continues, then cuts back up from black to show a different angle or related footage. What I'm saying right here is, without Night Trap, we would probably not have Metal Gear Solid or Death Stranding. So, thanks, Night Trap.
What is this?
Oh. My father collects weird things.
Now
please go away.
At the time of Snatcher's remaking, Hideo Kojima was already hard at work on his follow-up, Police Knots, which asks the hard-hitting question, what if police officers were also astronauts? The publisher, Konami, clearly caught on during Police Knots' development that, in truth, these graphical adventure games might in fact represent the biggest, truest leap forward in interactive electronic game design, and that they should probably put a little more money into diversifying the portfolio. With Snatcher and Policenauts, Konami had a hard-boiled detective, some robots, police officers, and astronauts. They needed something else. Maybe something that didn't involve gun violence, death threats, dismembered, decapitated corpses, a dead wife. They needed maybe a game that expressed more subtle interactions with attractive female non-player characters than, for example, non-consensually groping a space stewardess's boobies after she tells you she doesn't bother wearing a brassiere in space because there isn't any gravity anyway. So Konami set aside a separate team and tasked them with creating something new, picking up where Kojima had philosophically left off. While researching this review, I read through as many documents regarding the development of Tokimeki Memorial as I could get my hands on, though the ice-coldness of this November 1996 New York Times article about the game summarizes it a lot better than I could. Tokimeki Memorial was developed by male programmers based on their fantasies, with no input from women. The person who created the game wanted to have experiences like this back in his high school days, said Akihiko Nagata, a Konami director. First of all, let me fact check this right now. Women were involved with the development of Tokimeki Memorial. Just saying, let me teach you a kanji here. It's, this is, can I do it backward? That's the kanji ko. It means child. And if you've ever heard a Japanese name like Yuko, Yumiko, Kumiko, Yoko, a Japanese girl's name that ends in ko, not every Japanese girl's name ends in ko. A lot of them do. Not all of them, a lot of them, right? So now that you know this kanji, just look at the credits here of Tokimeki Memorial. You need be neither a linguist nor a detective to notice that there's a couple girls in here, right? So there's a couple of them. I'm just saying, the New York Times, I don't know where you got that. There were a couple of girls. Now, I looked into it, and most of the game designers, they weren't girls. So, and Akihiko Nagata, Nagata Akihiko. Akihiko's a man's name. The kanji is hiko, not Akihiko. It's Akihiko. Anyway, now if we presume the writer spoke to Konami director Akihiko Nagata through a translator, it's possible that the person Nagata says made this game might actually mean people. We can easily imagine Tokimeki Memorial as resulting from a group of men collaboratively airing their high school social life regrets potluck style onto a whiteboard. Of crucial note is that, as with any story about the development of a historically vital video game, Tokimeki Memorial wasn't the first graphical adventure game about striving to get your high school sweetheart to date you. Just like Shigeru Miyamoto publicly admitted to cribbing Super Mario Bros.' side-scrolling jump action from Toru Iwatani's weird, much less good side-scrolling Pac-Man spin-off Pac-Land, Tokimeki Memorial's name itself constitutes a hat tip to an older, simpler, worse video game. In this case, we're talking about the 1987 Famicom Disk System game Nakayama Miho no Tokimeki High School, whose title we can translate as Miho Nakayama's Heartbeat High School or Miho Nakayama's Heartthrob High School. It's a dating simulation featuring the likeness of popular idol Miho Nakayama. Developed by Square, published by Nintendo, and in an interesting twist, designed by Hironobu Sakaguchi. Released 17 days before the first Final Fantasy game. Like Dragon Quest's Yuji Horii, Final Fantasy's Hironobu Sakaguchi also made a simple graphical adventure game about talking to people before launching the debut of one of the two most successful role-playing game series of all time. It's almost like these two monumental video game genres are linked in some profound way. Maybe now you're starting to see why I have to review Tokimeki Memorial before we can even think about talking about Chrono Trigger or Persona or even Dragon Quest. Also of note to history buffs is that Miho Nakayama, star of Hironobu Sakaguchi's Square's Nintendo's Miho Nakayama's Tokimeki High School, which was written and directed by Metroid's Yoshio Sakamoto and produced by Metroid's Gunpei Yokoi, in 1988 released her album Mind Game, one of my 10 favorite albums of all time, produced by Toshinobu Kubota, whose 1996 #1 hit single La 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 Love Song was the opening theme of seminal Japanese drama masterpiece Long Vacation, which is itself named after an Eikichi Otaki album, a single lyric from which inspired me to write an entire video series comparing the 1997 English localization of Final Fantasy VII against its original Japanese script. The drama Long Vacation features a massive, clearly visible Konami logo on the rooftop of a building across a river during many extremely emotionally pivotal scenes. In other words, as I have just scientifically proven, all Japanese culture points directly back to Tokimeki Memorial. In Miho Nakayama's Tokimeki High School, players try their best to choose the correct responses via an intuitive facial expression menu to navigate socially awkward conversations which lead either to immediate game overs or one of two eventual endings. To say Tokimeki Memorial represents a loving refoundationalization of Miho Nakayama's Tokimeki High School is an understatement. If Miho Nakayama's Tokimeki High School is Donkey Kong, Tokimeki Memorial skips straight to Super Mario Galaxy. Like Miho Nakayama's Tokimeki High School, Tokimeki Memorial also incorporates facial expressions as in-game user interface icons, though it also sublimely integrates facial expressions as graphical cues on the level of a punch-out opponent's weakness tells. Furthermore, where Miho Nakayama's Tokimeki High School had two endings, a good one and a better one, Tokimeki Memorial contains literally thousands of possible paths and a finely chopped gradient of outcomes. For example, you can literally choose the sleep command for every turn of Tokimeki Memorial and wind up lonely and stupid on graduation day, just like me in real life. The high school in Miho Nakayama's Tokimeki High School is literally named Tokimeki High School, which we could translate as Heartbeat High School or Heartthrob High School, though the high school in Tokimeki Memorial is called Kirameki High School, which we could translate as Twinkle High School or Sparkle High School. I point this out because if I didn't, I would have no other reason on earth to even say Twinkle High School and Sparkle High School out loud. When Tokimeki Memorial released for the NEC PC Engine in Japan in 1994, it became a cult hit faster than any piece of media typically becomes a cult hit. A year later, Konami remastered, retooled, and re-released the game for the Sony PlayStation as Tokimeki Memorial, Forever With You. The audience only expanded. Its fans included both men and women. Konami had a certified hit on their hands. The world had gained a new game genre, and as we've already pointed out, usually the game that makes a genre real is not the first game in that exact genre. By the time Tokimeki Memorial 2 came out on November 25th, 1999, Tokimeki Memorial 1 had been released for the NEC PC Engine, Sony PlayStation, Sega Saturn, Game Boy Color, and Super Famicom. Tokimeki Memorial was a multi-platform phenomenon, and remarkably, each version of the game was significantly different enough from all the others to provide a wide range of experiences for true completionists. The PlayStation had, at this point, handily won the console war. Mainstream television news coverage of the Tokimeki Memorial 2 release day in Akihabara shows us a wide demographic of seemingly perfectly socially healthy individuals lining up and cheerfully talking voluntarily to the press about why they like this game, about having pleasant conversations with cartoon girls. Even girls were buying the game, and some of these guys were pretty hot. The game's producer, Metaru Yuki, showed up with a guitar and his wife. Tokimeki Memorial wasn't just a hit video game, it was perfectly acceptably normal mainstream culture. Look at the TV commercial for Tokimeki Memorial 2. That's a stylish TV commercial. I point all this out because this is completely at odds with my own personal first impressions when I first heard about Tokimeki Memorial. I first became aware of Tokimeki Memorial in 1994 by way of the Import Games news section of my favorite game magazines, particularly Electronic Gaming Monthly. Back then, Electronic Gaming Monthly was all about Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, new consoles, Sonic the Hedgehog. Video games were about to go big. It was a time to be alive, and I was alive. I had been alive for 14 years. As of 1994, we had only just begun to enter the "those crazy Japanese" era of video game journalism. The othering of Japanese cultural tastes gained in volume so gradually that I, an overweight, underheight, bred white, probably straight 14-year-old male American individual, didn't recognize it at first, understandably. Western game magazines, by which I mean American game magazines, heaped glorious superlatives on Japanese culture when it was awesome and had stuff blowing up in, or if it was Street Fighter, or if it had hot graphics. Everything else was weird, crazy, or perverted. Tokimeki Memorial was apparently all three. Western game magazine coverage of Tokimeki Memorial existed merely to fill an empty slot on a layout design snack tray. Using dozens more words than necessary, they said, in summary,
LMAO,
Look at this.
Western blurb crafters expressed utter incredulity at Tokimeki Memorial's very existence. They said, and I'm paraphrasing here, a game where you date girls instead of stab men?
Dude, that's gay.
I sat there with a stomach full of Doritos and a skull full of Beavis and Butthead, and I thought to myself, yeah, dude, what the heck? Back in those days, I'll admit, I often flat out lied both to other people and myself about what I liked. I pretended to hate music of any kind. My high school offered a Japanese class, and I really wanted to take that class, though I took Spanish instead because I didn't want to look weird. Can't say what exactly was wrong with me. Probably it was the same thing that's always going to be wrong with a lot of people, American and otherwise. Some of us are so ashamed of even the most innocent aspects of who we are that eventually we run out of people to be. When I first saw Tokimeki Memorial in that game magazine, I wanted to play it. And the game magazine made me feel bad for wanting to play it. Peeping in through the window behind their word choice loomed a specter of accusationalism, that a game about talking to girls was basically on the same page as pornography, that a game about talking to girls and trying not to say things that upset them or made them dislike you is somehow way more socially deviant than a game about literally ripping your real human opponent's helpless on-screen avatar's head off and spine out in an act of dexterous braggartry after you had already won. The 1996 New York Times piece that I've grown quite fond of citing over the past couple tens of minutes went ahead and answered the contemporary American reader's unspoken question in the plainest terms possible. The writer described Tokimeki Memorial as, quote, tame, unquote, and directly dismissed any hints of pornography. Games about sex had existed, even back then. Most of them only tangentially about sex, and Tokimeki Memorial had given those underground Japanese game developers a whole palette of new game design tricks to work with, though, as the New York Times pointed out, Tokimeki Memorial was for Sony, Sega, and Nintendo systems, where a degree of family friendliness was always enforced. I'll admit, as of 1994, I had never seen pornography. I'd known one kid who owned a single ill-gotten issue of Hustler, though I'd never seen it. He never even offered to show it to me. He made me spot him while he shoplifted it. Then he didn't even let me see it. He's like, thanks, dude. I'm like, okay. A whole year after witnessing all the decapitational and dismembermental fatalities of Mortal Kombat 2 in an arcade crowded with screaming male teens. Here I was, looking at printed page screenshots of a new digital surprise, a game about talking to girls, made by the people who had made Castlevania and Contra. I wanted to play it. I figured it'd probably be pretty good. Probably lurking somewhere behind my imagination was the notion that Tokimeki Memorial might have at least some hint of sex and sexuality in it. Of course, I never spoke to anyone about Tokimeki Memorial. By the time I graduated college and decided to move to Japan 7 years after Tokimeki Memorial's original release, the list of games I'd play if I ever learned enough Japanese had grown so long as to bury Tokimeki Memorial beneath a miniature avalanche. By the time I did know enough Japanese to play Tokimeki Memorial, I didn't need a virtual girlfriend to make social mistakes with. I had a real one. Looking back on this 1996 New York Times piece I like a lot, I realized that my erstwhile interest in Tokimeki Memorial as a chubby 14-year-old game magazine reader hadn't differed meaningfully at all from my interest in literally any other video game I'd ever liked. The games of my youth had let me, a myopic kid born rejected from the US Air Force pilot program, fly a fighter jet airplane at vomitorious speeds. Video games of the 1990s let this fat kid get so good at karate that he could throw fireballs out of his hands in one graphical style and uppercut a guy's head off in another. Games had let me fire machine guns at aliens. Games had let me dunk a basketball on my big brother. And perhaps most meaningfully and excitingly for a 14-year-old, video games had let me do something I was about to actually learn how to do in real life. Video games had let me drive cars. Video games had let me win the Daytona 500 against my siblings and multiple birthday partygoers. They'd let me drive a realistic polygonal F1 car. And deepest backward in the fondest memories of my burgeoning adolescence, a video game had let me drive a knockoff Ferrari with the top down under beautiful skies at ferocious speeds, listening to delicious music accompanied by a blonde woman. In summary, video games had let me do things I hadn't done before. Yet I didn't treat video games as escapism per se. I treated them like supermarket samples of possible futures. Maybe someday I would fly a jet, triumph over an opponent in a martial arts tournament, dunk a basketball, or drive a Ferrari while wearing sunglasses. And maybe someday I would talk to a girl. Because, you see, at the time I first learned of Tokimeki Memorial's existence, I was 14 years old, and talking to a girl was something I had exactly as much experience with as I had experience dunking basketballs. As in, I had held a basketball in my hands while looking at the hoop, though my feet had never left the ground. I realize now that at the time I first saw Tokimeki Memorial, maybe the mundanity of it appealed to me more than anything else. I was only 14. I had 3 years of high school left to go. Not only was talking to girls something I might do someday, talking to high school girls as a high school boy was something I very well might do at some point in the near future. Maybe even immediately as soon as I learned how to think about liking myself. The 1996 New York Times article contains a choice soundbite from one Yukio Watanabe, a 25-year-old computer game developer as of the article's writing. Watanabe had said of Tokimeki Memorial that, "I can do things I couldn't do. I wanted to tell a girl that I liked her, though I couldn't." Looking back into this time tunnel at Mr. Watanabe's lost youthly lament, I empathize. As of the date of the publication of that article in the New York Times, I too had a girl I wanted to tell I liked her. I liked her a lot. I was 17 at this time, about to graduate from North Central High School in Indianapolis, Indiana. I'd finally started talking to girls, though never boldly, and only if they talked to me first. She was the second girl I ever liked, by the way. The first girl I liked, never spoke a word to her. Second girl I liked. She talked to me first because I was wearing a The Late Show with David Letterman t-shirt. She sat next to me in study hall and talked to me like I was a real person for a whole hour every day. She was on the girls' swim team and she was dating a guy on the boys' swim team, though he broke up with her a couple months before graduation. And she told me about that, not saying that's any kind of insinuation that she liked me. She definitely didn't like me. She told me about it because we talked to each other. We talked like normal people. I don't know, it was my first talking to a girl like a normal person relationship in my life. 17 years old. Maybe if Konami had localized Tokimeki Memorial into English and released it on the Sony PlayStation in the United States of America, well, by then it would already have been too late for me to say anything to the girl that I liked. I was already in college at that point. I even already had a girlfriend, though it wouldn't have been too late for some other kid. Because man, I just spent literally 89 hours playing through Tokimeki Memorial almost every which way a person possibly can. And buddy, it is a bounteous, excellent video game in which talking to girls is easily at least twice as nuanced and interesting as any AAA role-playing video game mechanic I've ever loved. And each of the girls to whom you talk has more depth, charm, wit, and personality in her cartoon little finger than any AAA video game protagonist of the last 20 years. That's not just hyperbole. I've thought real hard before writing that sentence. They're great. I'm gonna talk about them in a minute. Maybe Tokimeki Memorial wouldn't have become like the biggest selling video game of all time in the West, though I promise you, it'd be at least as famous as Earthbound right about now if Konami had localized it way back when. Konami absolutely should have released Tokimeki Memorial Forever With You. That's the version for the Sony PlayStation. That's the one they should have released in English. Konami, in the PlayStation era, underwent a minor renaissance in the West. They had graduated beyond their reputation as the Castlevania and Contra people and released a buffet table of now classic games in genres previously uncharacteristic to them, like Suikoden, Vandal Hearts, and Thousand Arms.
No, that's Azure Dreams. Anyway. Cool. Time to walk in now. Bit. Okay. Let's get it on. Four Grey Warriors. Southwest Ghost. Southeast is fighting. Dark and Psychic. Big caveats with those. So, yep. Southwest is Ghost? Yeah, Southwest. Alright. Let's go. Go into the weird ghostly butthole. Hey, Chantal. You beautiful bow woman. Bow? Bow tie? I think it's a bow. Very purple, this one. Right. Damn. Oh, I'm not ground though. Go lurk. Nah, we're getting in there. Big boy kaiju battle. Fight the fuck. What's the name of the robot fighting game? There's Rising Thunder. That's the newer-ish one. But there was also like Rise of the Robots. That's the one. Oh, that was a crit too. I hate Sableye. Fucking no weakness looking ass. If only we had a like a bug move. Wait, we have fairies. Fairy godparents. Alright, Conan, it's been a long time, but you're the one I've always trusted. Aw, it's a minor 49er. No, it's a minor 4-foot niner. Yeah, you have a weakness. Shit. I have a weakness now. Blim. Alright, you're gonna pull some shit. I know it. But I bet it was like, it's something like, ah, fuck. Oh, that's not cool. Oh, you stupid idiot. Oh god. Okay. We're fine. I love that the dress is the face. Man, imagine if Elite Four and like the Elite Four and the champion could use revives. That'd be fucked up. Oh, hold on. You sick? You look sick. Cool. Alright, wasn't even that difficult. Later, girly. I say that and then... What's his name? It's not Brawly. Clint. That's not his name either. The guy we gotta fight next. He's gonna like kick my ass despite the fact that he's fighting type. Which means I gotta pull out some shit. Where is it? Yo. Boost special attack. Okay. Alright. I was like, what is it that it's like, you know, because I thought it was just like increases damage, but that's busted. What's up? I am here. Twist Mountain. Marshall, that's his name. I shall leave the martial matters to you. Yeah. Throw. Alright, and I'm locked in with that. So, if I want to use something else, I gotta switch. Damn, a crit? Mianxiao, I don't remember what Mianxiao's other type is. Okay, it's just a fighting type, but it's also something else. Owie. Dude, why are you so fast? All right. I'll keep going. All right, cool. All right, where are we at next? Northwest is dark. Northeast is psychic. All right. So I'm gonna do something pretty funny. I'm gonna hope that I'm not gonna hope that much. Alright, well. Did all we could. Grimsby. What's the... Okay, I know Grimsby from something, but I don't remember what. The name Grimsby. I'm gonna look it up while... Wow, this is loading. Oh, it's the Little Mermaid. It's the guy. It's the 8 legs, 7 vaginas. Grimsby, this is weird. What do I do? You like this girl, right? Yeah, but Grimsby, she wants your hot prince body. Yeah, but Grimsby, yeah, but what? 8 legs. Ah, are you fucking kidding me? 7 vaginas. A crocodile. That still is gonna hurt. She's crafty. She's crafty. Fighting is not strong or weak against fighting. So it's still doing damage. He's gonna have a high dragon. I know it. Good thing we don't need normal attack. Oh shit. I think that's what I'm gonna do. You know, we're gonna watch videos after beating the game, but we're also gonna, specifically, we're gonna watch Ariel Needs Legs, a classic, an internet classic. Stop it with this. Punch Crow. I know exactly how to deal with you. Fuck. Yeah, we're fine. We actually have multiple options. I thought I forgot that we were gonna have multiple, not just one option. Oh, look at you. Henchman in a kung fu movie. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, so might as well. I forgot choice specs, so, you know, at least go with the one that hits a little harder. Nice. Oh, only normal Moxie. Whatever. Lol. Lamau even. Lol. Lamau even. Nope. Where are you going? This is your last one. Yeah, whatever. Powered up. Fake out. What are you doing? You're not going nowhere. You can't leave. Stupid. Oh, that was so funny. That was hilarious. Alright, next. And this one's psychic, so going in ghost. I mean, I could have just kept Ryuko in there, but, you know. Prepare for the most baby-looking 19-year-old. 19? 18? She is an adult, but she looks like a little sleepy girly. Not like in a short way, but like in a... She looks like she could barely get out of bed. Him. Oh, Mother Hubbard. Trick room. Lol. You wasted your one Fulversor on your first guy? Are you stupid? Oh, it's gonna use a water move. Like, I know it. I can smell it. You're like a fairy type, right? I'm pretty sure. Oh no, you're dark, which means I'll try this. Because I am... Oh, what does this even mean? I am much heavier than you. I don't know what a trick room does. I'm gonna yell on my phone, ask it, what does Trick Room do? Remember, this is a turn order, so that slower Pokemon move first instead of the faster ones. Okay, but it's not working. You see now how it's not now, but you see that it doesn't work for some reason. I'm not even using a priority move. I'm just using a move that doesn't miss. Gross. I think I made it beautiful. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. So we need to V-create. We need to very create this. Lol. LeMayo, even. Oh, that's so LeMao. Check the statue. I like that if they say, if they don't say, hey, you should check the statue, it's implying that, like, it's implying that you can just hang out here and be stuck forever. So people are like, oh, but I wanna leave. I wonder if it raises the PP, but it doesn't give, like, refill it. It does not. Alright, so I'm assuming that we're battling against Iris, so let's just jump into it. There she is. I've been waiting. So these things, like spinning around, you know, Dialga Palkia are the pink and purple ones, I'm assuming. The black one, I think, is supposed to be like Giratina. I don't know what this gold one is. I think the red one's supposed to be Arceus, but I don't know. Maybe they're not even like the gods of the Pokemon, or maybe they're just things, planets. Maybe there are only like 4 planets in the Pokemon solar system. Brace yourself, I'm gonna beat you. Let's go. Ah, great. Looks good. Yeah. Oh, standing here, I realize you were just like me, trying to make history. Hold on, no. Standing here, I realize you are just... But who's to judge the right from wrong when our guard is down? I think we'll both agree that violence breeds violence, but in the end, it has to be this way. You guard my own path. I guard my own path, you follow your wrath, but maybe we're both the same. The world has turned the world has turned so many of us, but nobody is to blame. Yet standing across this barren, wasted land, I fear new life will be born beneath the bloodstained sand. The bloodstains. No, the bloodstained sand. Alright, cool. For alligator. Oh, it's probably a dragon type too. Like that's it's like a dual typing thing. Get a sheer force. Hold on a sec. Alright, I guess we'll never know. I bet you're part dragon. You're not doing a Lancer thing. Ah, damn. Yeah, it worked. Superior. You're probably part dragon. I picked the wrong one. I was just thinking fairy type. In for a penny. Screen. Oh shit, alright. Alright, you're gonna pull some shit. I can feel it in my bones enough to make my system blow. Is that what the lyrics are? Welcome to the new page. Radioactive, radioactive. Waking up to ash and rust. I wipe my brow and I slap my nuts. I wipe my ass and I slap my nuts. Breathing in the chemicals. Go Ryuko. Storm throw this son of a bitch. My soul burns for justice. I don't know why it was making me think of KKO. Like the pilot. Oh, the pilot. Liquid Plaza Turbo. I don't want to die. I wish it was still called that. Stupid idiot. It's not gonna help you. Archeops. You need a water type. Because you're water and rock. No, you're flying and rock. You are not a dragon. I know that for free. Ouch. Dude, really? Oh, he might have like high-ish special defense. Axorus. Oh shit. Oh god. Last one. Alright, make it good. Make it count. Make it clean. Oh. You better make it count. You better kill me in one shot. Oh. Same brain. Same thoughts. Oh, shish. You know what? You know what? Fairs. Fairs. But guess what? Stupid. You ain't getting me. No, not yet. We can fuck it on. We sure can. Anyway, see you later. Hooray! 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 Alright. That's it. I'm upset I couldn't win, but I'm also happy. All this animation and for what? It's just pushing me. It's like, oh, geez, all right, I'm going. This is the Hall of Fame. You are an excellent and kind trainer. You did a good job. You made a good job. That's the thing I say sometimes as a joke. Hall of Fame version 1.4.1. League champion. Oh, it's not gonna show my party? Oh shit. Ah, damn. Alright, well. Alright, fired works. We did it. We did it, Patrick. We saved the city. Now we can kick back and relax a little bit. The end. Yeah. Hey, Mom. How you doing? Hello? Juniper. Oh, Dad Juniper. Upgrade your Pokédex. Even though I already got a national. A choice scarf. Alright. Cool. Ah, what's up? Yeah, I know where that Zoroark is. Congrats. Cool. Let me see if I can find a way to take a screenshot of my team, specifically in the Hall of Fame setting. Okay. Cool. This is perfect, actually. Alright, cool. Let's get out of here. Alright. That's it for the video game, at least. For the stream, what time is it? We can go on for a little bit longer. Excuse me.
Ursula, I need legs.
Okay, but no voice.
Deal.
It's 8 legs, right?
I forget? I think 8.
8.
Forget?
Yeah, 8. Ursula, this doesn't seem...
Sorry, what? Oh, you can't talk anymore. Well, we're done here, so leave.
Shit, it has 2 legs. Shit, 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 shit. This dress will work.
Who the dink is that yours? Wow, you're pretty. Cool dress. I'm a prince. You sound like 2 horses. I like talking to you. However, Flareon is the only fully evolved fire-type Pokemon that cannot learn Solar Beam.
Not even true anymore. I think it's because it's probably both that Flareon can now learn Solar Beam, and also that even if it couldn't, it wouldn't be the only one.
Yeah, I'm working on a medley of all 17 Pokemon theme songs.
God. Hold on. How many are there now? $29. Oh, that's a lot.
Oh, I can't not fuck him.
Oh, hey. I need to go to my castle for a second. Grimsby, this is weird. What do I do?
You like this girl, right?
Yeah, but Grimsby...
She wants your hot prince body.
Yeah, Grimsby, but...
But what?
8 legs.
7 vaginas.
Okay, thanks.
Maybe more.
Okay, thanks, Grimsby.
Imagine.
Lady, where did you go?
Oh no.
She gave up and returned to the sea.
Ariel, I guess you never had a leg to stand on.
Ah, you know what? Yeah, all right. I guess I'll call it now. Because I'm like, man, I do not want to be online in front of everyone anymore. I'm going to call it, hey, whoever came by, thanks for coming by. Dog. Tomorrow. SMT. Look forward to that, everybody. Anyway, see you later. Take care. Bye-bye.